I get threats. I was nearly killed at one time. I don't have 10 teeth in my mouth. They were knocked out. I was hammered here. I had to undergo reconstructive surgery. And so those things are there, but what I've decided to do is that I don't use my cases to rent seek. If I file a case, there's no reverse gear. There's no reverse gear, and I take my case to the end, and you'll find that some of the fellows have taken on cases and won, and the people are very rich. But I wouldn't, and I take that as one of my securities, that if I am true to what I'm doing, even the other side will most likely respect it and see that there's good faith in whatever I'm doing. So I try very much to have good faith. Sometimes people come here and they want you to fix this. I tell them I'm not a mercenary. I don't do this kind of things. And I don't file a case, then I say tomorrow I'm going to withdraw it after maybe scaring somebody or doing this. The case must be a case that is winnable and a case that has got merit. So that even if you lose it, the decision helps clarify the law. Because victory in court is not just necessarily the case goes your way. Sometimes the court might dismiss your case because it may not have the powers to grant whatever you are praying for. But in the reasoning that comes out, clarifies the issues of the law, and many people will use it in other cases as an authority. So it's a win-win situation either way. They come and sit here, but I don't concede. They come and sit here, they plead, they make the other areas please, but then I say I didn't write the law. Go and change the law. You saw there was this case of the one that was really exemplary. Was this one of what do you call it? The National Cohesion and Integration Commission. Yeah, that one. I was under a lot of pressure to take money and withdraw my case. I wanted to quash the nominees and to quash the law under which they had been nominated. But I just told them, take that money to a lawyer. Maybe I'm wrong. That they get a good lawyer, let him come. He could swing things. But the case went through, and Parliament went ahead, amended the law, advertised. But again, then the forces that were behind all things have gone to the Court of Appeal to appeal the decision, which has already been implemented by Parliament. Then even the Court of Appeal was asking, what's going on? Do we have a single Parliament, or do we have factions within that Parliament? So the court ruled. The court said it's unconstitutional. For this to happen, you need to do ABCD. Parliament moved. They did a bill. They enacted the orders of the court. They even praised my role in it. If you look at the Hansard. But then some people within Parliament again, in the name of Parliament, have appealed the decision. So the court was saying, how do you appeal what you have already agreed with? You see. So those kind of things do happen in this world, and people try to come and get you to compromise, but just be polite to them. And the good thing is that when you are polite and you let them understand that it's not about money, but about the law, they tend to go back and say, you are desperate. Most of them are now ex-politicians. They say, we finished all the money in the campaigns, and now this is the only thing we are having. But then you tell them, now this is an independent commission, doesn't require somebody who is desperate. That if the law were allowed to reign supreme, then all that we are saying would not be there. And even today, if the President Uhuru wants to really have a legacy, he needs to do a very simple thing. He needs to forget this thing he's saying he's fighting corruption, he's doing whatever. Those are subjects. He just needs to sit down and say, what does law enforcement require to be efficient? What do the police require? What do the judiciary require? What do the prisons require to run efficient? And if you can fix those things and they run efficiently and give them the autonomy, I'm telling you this country is going to shape up. But you can come up with have a beautiful projects, and as long as the rule of law is not there, you'll come up with a hospital, but it will end up as a bungalow in somebody's home. You'll come up with beautiful agendas, they'll end up nowhere. You'll come up on the war on corruption, but as long as you do not have the institutions that can do it, you do not have enough judges, you do not have whatever, you yourself, you don't obey the same law. When court orders are given, you ignore them. So you find that you can't get anywhere. If we just called it theft and left it to the OCS to deal with, and left it to the CID to deal with, and held them accountable, it would be very easy. But once we have got an anti-corruption commission, then we elevate theft to some engagement of a certain class of people who can explain themselves away. And that's why you find that some of the decisions that have been taken, which are fairly maybe considered radical by Mumbe Gugi and other judges who are putting their foot down, might be the way to go. But to me, we just need to get rid of the word corruption and call it theft, and call it nepotism, and call it by its name, not by a collective that basically means nothing. You find somebody is being charged of stealing billions of shillings. The investigating officer is a junior police officer. I would expect that the bigger the amount stolen, the higher the level of the investigating officer. If I had an inspector of police handling a file, or a commissioner of police handling a file, it will also carry profile. It will also carry. It will give status to that case. But you'll find that they leave investigations of these very, very serious cases to very junior officers who are very easy to manipulate, who are very easy to order around. Because if I am a friend to a commissioner of police and I go to him, I've been charged with corruption, and I say, it's Constable so and so is having my file, and the commissioner of police says, wewe ni mtu wangu msaidie. It is very easy for a commissioner of police to order a constable around. But if the file was being investigated by a fellow commissioner or by somebody at that rank, the higher ranks of the echelon, first of all, he has got the pride and the name to protect. He'll want his job to be very, very good. And so you'll find that our investigations into crime will be very, very well done, can be sustained in court. But when we leave them at the very junior echelons, it means we also don't care.